Hey, good morning, everybody. I hope everybody's doing amazing. Guys, it is really breaking my heart to watch the news and see all of these jobs, all these people who've been loyal to their jobs getting furloughed, like out of the blue. And y'all, boy, Donald Trump done said, I work on the stimulus after y'all elect me. I said, wow. So that's what the president doing nowadays. He
Right?
can hold all of America hostage. Talking about and literally said, I will work on the stimulus after y'all elect me. Hey Darius, who do that?
Scandalous,
I did not know that.
evil people who don't care, who think about themselves, because you're saying literally for the next 28 days, I don't give a damn about none of y'all. All I care is all about me. It's the me show. Me, myself, and I, which means that's another subliminal message. After I win. So that means when he lose, because I'm gonna speak it into existence in Jesus' name, that means he ain't gonna even do nothing after he lose. So you ain't
I
gonna
got
do
something else out of that. I got almost like a completely different lesson from that. I got our own president telling us he's thinking about what's going to benefit him,
nothing,
and we
right?
sitting over here still not benefiting our. Is we really gonna keep doing this?
Look, if anybody been waiting on any type of government assistance, this man just told you, you better stop it. If that didn't motivate you to come and get certified for something, that should have scared the hell out of everybody on this planet that's looking for this government to help them with anything, because the man in charge don't give a damn about you. He know you not getting no
But
unemployment.
here's the thing, it's not just him.
It's for
Oh,
everybody.
Most
yeah,
people don't care about your bills,
true.
right?
Right.
Most people, and they can't. Most people don't have the capacity to care about you because most people are worried about themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And so, I mean, that's just the scheme of things. So we got to stop worrying about everybody else but us. And we got to stop listening to everybody else about how we're going to get our money. See, let's talk about it. We tried everything they told us to do. They told us
Right.
to go to college. We
Mm-hmm.
went to college,
Get
left
that.
college with $1 million worth of student loans, and
Mm-hmm.
still don't know how to pay our bills. Still don't know. We got an education in everything but making money. We
Mm-hmm.
did that. They told us work hard at your job. Work hard at your job. We work hard at our job and
Mm-hmm.
end up getting laid off, furloughed,
Mm-hmm.
fired, downsized, reduction in force. All of these things happen. At what point are you going to stop betting on everybody else and start betting on yourself?
Sad.
Go to www.blackwomenequalpay.com and get you some type of certification, get you some type of credibility so you can roam these internet streets and make money at your own will. When
Yes.
I learned how to make money with my own two hands, I promised myself and repeat after me in the chat, never again. Type that in.
Never.
Never
Never.
again. Never again will I sit and wait on the check. Never again will I not have because they didn't give it to me. Never again will you fire me, lay me off, or do any more of your dirt after I done gave all my blood, sweat, and tears to you. Never again.
Never.
Right.
Never again. You need to type that out. Speak that into existence because never again will I sit and let you call how I live my life, what kind of car
Hmm.
I drive, what kind of house I live in, what kind of situation.
Clothes you gotta
No,
wear.
ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. You think your job is job security. There's no such condition. You better off out here in these streets selling cakes and pies than you are working a job.
Right.
Thank
And
you
Coach,
very
what
much
about
for
this one?
sharing. If you haven't shared the broadcast already, this is a wake up call. You
What
need to
about this
share
one,
this
Coach?
broadcast and tell people wake up.
Wake up.
You need to put that in the title. When you share it, tell them wake up.
Right.
Because when you fall asleep, what happens is when you wake up, your job is already gone. When
Mm-hmm.
you wake up, your bank account is already empty. When you wake up, your house is already foreclosed on. When you wake up, they already repoing your car. Don't wait. Don't wait to wake up. You better wake up while you still got a chance. You might
Mm-hmm.
wake up and be at 70 years old greeting at Walmart. Y'all running around talking about y'all scared. I'm scared not to make this money.
True.
I'm being 100% honest with you right now. I was more afraid that my job would let me get 30 years in and then lay me off because they did it to my boss. My boss had been there 35 years. It was the only job she ever had. 50 something years old, making $300,000-$400,000 a year. They let her go.
Damn.
And I'm gonna this a message to you ladies. They don't pay old women like they pay old men.
Mm. True.
Mm.
They don't pay old women like they pay old men. They pay old men. They
They
don't pay
do.
old women like that. When you old, you tend to be too old. They'll hire the president. But ain't no damn way we ought to have 80 and 90-year-old presidents.
Okay.
Donald Trump 74, Joe Biden 74. How's we got all these old men running our country? Congress full of old men. The House of Representatives full of old men. We got a bunch of old men. Then they want to call Mark Zuckerberg in there and question him. Y'all wouldn't know what the hell he doing if he told you. You don't
Right.
know if
Okay.
he got it wrong because you don't even understand the technology.
True.
Asking that man questions like you want him to give you the answer. That man's smart enough not to tell him himself.
Yeah.
I'm telling y'all, never again. If you don't get your certification in something, take your life skills, your relationship skills, your business skills, and turn them into a piece of paper that will give you the credibility you need out on these internet streets.
True.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna let y'all talk about it real quick because I just at this point, I don't whatever fear I have, I gotta choke on it.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever fear I have, I gotta swallow it.
True.
Whatever I thought I was afraid of, don't scare me like being broke.
True.
I asked somebody the other day, yesterday, I said, how often do you launch? She said, maybe once a quarter. I said, that's why you got quarters and not dollars.
Mm.
Keep doing shit once a quarter, and you gonna have quarters.
Mm.
Some of y'all, I'm gonna go live Monday and Fridays. Well, you gonna get paid Mondays and Fridays. Stop, stop undercutting yourself. If you wait till this grant is over, you're gonna spend $5,500 more to get your certification
True.
because they are $6,500. So for you to be able to get a grant where all you have to pay is $1,000, and not only are you going to get the certification, but you're going to get the knowledge to start making money right now. It doesn't. I don't understand.
That don't happen everywhere. It don't happen. Ladies, come on now. Y'all gotta wake up. We have to wake up. We have to stop sleeping and letting these people who have done nothing but make excuses all their lives about why they not where they are in them lives. And that can be coming from anybody, you know, your friends, your family, your parents, your spouses. You done heard the excuses for days, weeks, months, and years. Take back control of yourself. If you are not where you are today at this moment and you've been listening to others, stop it and choose you today. Choose you to make a difference. You know, if you don't want to be a coach at this moment and you just need to work on your mindset of choosing you, get into one of these programs and find you, find who you are. You've been buried by being a mother, being a wife, being a daughter, being a cousin, a niece. You've been in all these roles your whole life, taking care of everybody. Let's take care of you. Let's take care of us. Invest in you. It's okay to say, you know what? For these next 3 months, I'm about to block everybody out and I'm going to focus on me. Because it's not even 3 months, it's 10 weeks. You can cut off everybody.
You got so many good points.
Give me one day a week for the next 10 weeks. Anybody that tells you no to that is selfish. And you need to get just as selfish. You deserve one day a week for the next 10 weeks to make you a better person, because after you become better, you can be better for everyone else. What you got? What you say, Evan?
You be having some great points, girl. I be feeling like I should have my notepad here so I can take my notes. I don't be wanting to stop you, but I be like, oh my goodness, like that right there. Because I speak on, being a woman all the time and how, experiencing womanhood and then experiencing what my fellow friends or, people around me, women that surround me are dealing with on a life to life basis. And what I've come to find out is a lot of women don't even know who they are. And it doesn't even take being married or having kids to do that. So even if you're a single woman and you can't relate to being married or even having kids, you fall into this category because we are natural caregivers. We've had relationships with men from the time that we started dating when we were kids. We've given ourselves to someone else, and then we go from relationship to relationship, whether that's an intimate relationship or just another friendship. Because one thing people don't realize is that every person you meet is a relationship. You have to you can't be a bad friend and think you're going to have friends. You can't be a bad girlfriend and think you're going to have a boyfriend. All of these relationships take work. And with us as women, we tend to jump, and we never get to figure out from our teenage years who we really are. So coming over here in a community where we're asking you, who are you? What do you want to do? It's always going to be a you in that sentence, and it will force you to have to take a really, really deep look into yourself and figure out what is it that you want. How do you see your future? How do you see your current situation right now? How do you see you in the next year, 2 years? I'm not talking 5, 10, 15 years.
Evan, I think you're going to run the people off. The hardest thing for anybody to do is look in the mirror and ask yourself, how did I get here? You don't like where you are. But the hardest thing to do is to look in the mirror and tell you. And to be honest, Ebony, a lot of that bouncing around we do, trying to fix everybody else's problems, we do that because at that point, I don't have to fix mine. See, that's a safety mechanism. Because if I'm caught up with running my kids' life, and I'm caught up running my husband Lester life, and I'm caught up helping Mary Jane, Sally Mae, and Aunt Ferdinand. If I'm doing all that, I don't have to look at myself and say, I'm the reason that I'm here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that is the hardest thing for people to say.
That's
But
true.
until you face the fact that until you do something differently, nothing's going to change. You're
Nothing.
not
That's
waiting
true.
on Trump to approve the stimulus. You're not waiting on COVID to go away. You're not waiting on your kids to get older. You're not waiting on your husband to finally help you. You're not waiting on anybody but you to finally say, I'm sick of this shit and I'm finna do something differently.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the only person it takes to move.
Yeah.
It's
That
Yeah,
is
easy.
that's
the absolute only person it takes to move. I'm not being judgmental, but if you really wanted to find $99 a week so you can get some credibility, if you really wanted to find $99 a week so you can take advantage of this grant opportunity, if you really wanted to, nothing in hell could stop you. I know you. You go find thousands of dollars for your children to take these elaborate ass senior trips. You go find thousands of dollars for homecoming and prom and all these things. You got your school, you got your child in private school. You're doing all these things to pay for everything for everybody else.
but you.
And when somebody says, oh, we have this grant opportunity and it's going to be $99 a week for 10 weeks, you freak out like you can't afford $99 a week.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
And until you stop doing that, until you get to that point where you sow seed in yourself, where you bet on yourself, when you
Mm-hmm.
make yourself a priority. Because at the end of the day, all of these people crops that you till, you over there tilling your you over there tilling your neighbor's crop. You go to work and you till your boss's crop. You come home and you try to put a little bit of till on your kids' crop. You worry about tilling your husband's crop. And when you look over at your yard is a disarray. It's full of
Disarray.
weeds, bugs, and ain't shit growing
Nothing. Just
Nah,
withering away.
because you
Falling apart.
spending time watering everybody else's crops,
but
weeding everybody else's crops. Worry about pest control on everybody else's crops, and the locals over there just swallowing your shit whole until
Eating
you
low.
do something different
it's true.
for you. Nothing is gonna change. Miss Ola, tell us why. Tell us what made you sign up for the certification program.
Well, what made me sign up for it is me. Because I like you said, I just got tired of doing stuff for everybody else. I'm and while I'm doing stuff for everybody else, nothing's happening for me. And I just decided that I'm going to just do something for me. It's been a while that and you don't have to worry about how old you are. It doesn't matter. You do it for you. Believe that you have something to give, something to offer, and you do. And that's what I did. I believe I have something to offer. So I got that grant and I actually got two certifications. So I ain't playing.
She
I
wasn't
know
playing.
that's right. And you know what? That's another hard thing for people to realize is that God birthed you with purpose.
Yeah.
You weren't just thrown onto this earth. You were put here to serve people. You were put here to help people. You were put here with a purpose. He said he had a plan for you before you was in your
Mm,
mother's womb.
true.
And just look at it this way. Good morning, Tanidra. Because y'all lucky I ain't God. And if you ain't shared the broadcast, y'all, make sure you share. Because if I was God, all y'all would look just alike.
Look.
And have you ever just thought about how much love it took
Yes.
for him to make every single one of us? Ain't another one of me. Nowhere.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Ain't another Evan in nowhere. It ain't another Ola nowhere. It ain't another Kayshawn. Have you ever thought how much time
Mm,
and energy
mm.
Wow.
and thought and love it
Okay.
took
Yeah.
to
Ooh.
not just make you different,
Yeah.
but birth you with purpose?
Yeah.
And what are you doing with it? And it's a hard pill to swallow.
It is. You feel like you disrespecting God that he took all this time and energy to create me and form me. I done went through all of this he didn't set up for me, and then I'm not gonna do what my purpose is. I'm not gonna walk in his will. That was a bitter pill. I was stabbed, convicted in my heart when I realized that. And now I'm doing
You
something
want to know the
about
moment that I decided that I realized that I was great
it. Mhm.
was childbirth. I don't know how it was for y'all, but after I pushed out my baby, I looked at myself and I said, "Wow, I'm meant for greatness. Can't nobody just do something like this, survive it, and be okay."
Yeah.
That's what I said. I looked at myself different after that, inviting somebody into this world. And one of the things that everybody always says is, "I ain't asked to be here," which is true. You ain't asked to be here, but somebody asked for you. And I want my kids to know I asked for them to be here. They here, and we gonna have us. This is paradise. This is paradise. Earth is beautiful. You just got to go different places, travel a little bit. You can ride camels. You can go to the desert. You can go to the wettest places on earth. You can, I mean,
Girl,
Mother
Ebony,
Nature
I'm
is
okay
just
if
so
I don't go
beautiful.
to up in my house, but just the ability to not be stressed
Yeah.
about money.
Stressed about not eating, your bills being paid. What's gonna happen next week? Aren't you tired of wondering and just sitting back waiting for somebody to come rescue you? Ain't nobody coming. It's you. You got to look at yourself in the mirror and say, I'm tired of this. I'm not about to wait on this man to do nothing. I'm not about to wait on this woman to do nothing. You have to be sick and tired of being sick and tired of where you are.
You
Ain't
got to
nothing
get
gonna change.
tired of listening to everybody else tell you what you should and should not do, and they don't practice that same stuff in their life.
A
They over
lot,
here.
they've been doing it, but they've been following fools around, going after opportunity. You gave them their time, you supported them, and you still in the same situation where you are.
You
Now it's
got to
time.
bank on you. Yeah.
Yeah.
What you say,
Yeah.
Ola?
I said, you got to bank on you. 'Cause you're the only
Mm-hmm.
person that's going to take care of you. So you need to,
Well, you only person that's gonna take care of you as great.
as you,
Like I say right now, can't nobody love my babies the way I love my babies. Because what I'm willing to do as their mother, I can't even see how far I'm willing to go. So I put that into myself. Because my kids may love me, but they ain't gonna treat me as well as I can treat myself. I can love my friend, but I'm not gonna treat my friend better than she can treat herself. And by how
Mm-hmm.
she treats herself is how I'm going to approach her.
yeah.
See, when I entered this community, it was just like it was okay for me to be me. And it was
Mm-hmm.
okay for me to say the things that I say because everybody got their own stuff going on that's getting them to where they want to be. It's a community of happiness. I think we have all had maybe a week, maybe 2 weeks, had that time of our life where money was not a problem. Just think back to when money was not a problem to you, how free you was, how happy you were, how
How
the things
good
that
you
you
feel.
worried about today, you weren't worried about how you was gonna eat your food. You was just gonna swipe that card and be good. You weren't worried about your outfit because you knew you was gonna look good.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't worried about putting gas in your car to make it to where you wanted to go because everything was good. That's what it's like over here.
But let me tell you something though, Ebony. See, you got to realize some of us, I say us because it was me too. When you are used to being broke, hear me out. When you're used to living paycheck to paycheck, when you're used to always fighting with money, anything else feels abnormal.
Yeah.
It does.
You got to recondition your mind to have an expectation
Mm-hmm.
of getting paid. It's very few days that I wake up and I don't have an expectation of getting some money from somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
See, we're conditioned to work. So everybody I know works hard, but they don't have an expectation of getting paid for the work. And that is where
We
the
did.
rubber meets the road.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Mm-hmm.
once you start saying, I'm not only going to work hard, but I'm going to have an expectation of getting paid, that's when things get different. We've been working hard. That's not new. But until you start saying, I expect not just to get paid, but I expect to get paid a lot. And I'm willing to do the work that it takes to get paid a lot because I've been doing that work low key. You've been
Mm-hmm.
doing $1 million worth of work for your boss. You've
Yeah.
been doing $1 million worth of work for your friends. Some of y'all go to your church house and do $1 million worth of work. You do $1 million worth of work in your community. The only thing that's missing,
Not getting paid.
the only thing that's missing is you're not saying, I did all this work. Now where's my check?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Or even you before you do all the work saying, well, how much are you going to pay me? Because that's another thing we did. I asked one of my clients yesterday, I said, well, how much are you charging for this class? She had an 8-week class for $78.
Wow.
I said, so you going to let these people pay you $10 a week? You asking to get disrespected.
Yeah.
Look, okay.
You
Yeah.
asking for them not to show up.
They don't value you at
Because
that rate.
what you're
Mm-mm.
going to do is you're going to call to the carpet all the people that is willing to pay $10, and it's going to be a bunch of jokers. They're going to
Mm-hmm.
act
Yeah.
a fool on you. To lose
Mm-hmm.
their last $10, and they're going to expect you to work miracles with that shit. They're going to be asking you, why I ain't walking on water? They're going to be asking you, why you didn't turn my bottle of Dasani into a bottle of wine? Robert Mondavi. They're going to be asking you, show me how to take this tuna fish sandwich and feed my family for a month. They're going to be asking you for miracles
Yeah.
because you got the people that didn't care nothing about themselves but to invest. That's a lesson for everybody listening. The lower your price range, the bigger the food.
Yeah. That's true. Yeah. One thing about going through this certification, you learn value. You learn the value that you offer,
Oh
and
yeah.
also it. I mean, yesterday, Sanedra was saying that it's a mindset. You're transforming your mind to believe in more in you and believe in what you have to offer, and that it's value. That there's value in what you have, and that you can get paid for that. So, you know, why don't you all just go to www.blackwomenequalpay.com and get that certificate, get registered, get certified. Take that hobby that you've had and you've been doing stuff for everybody for free. Take that hobby,
Giving everybody
and,
advice, don't even want it.
yeah, and turn it into a business. You have value. Believe that you have value. Like I said, this certification was turning it just changes your mind. Your mind grows and your mind realizes that you have value. You're worth something, and put a price on it. And like she said, get out of that broke mentality. Do something for yourself. I believe that I could do something for me, and I did. Like I said, I have 2 certifications, and I'm working it. So do that. Work with me. If you
Look,
can't do
okay.
anything else, work. Believe in yourself. Get certified while you can, because this offer's not going to be there forever.
And here's the thing, everything we're talking about, guys, is a lesson. You got to have a lesson in putting yourself first.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You got to have a lesson in changing your mindset.
Yeah.
You got to have a lesson in expecting revenue. You
Mm-hmm.
got to have a lesson in loving yourself
Mm-hmm.
and knowing that you have value. All of those are lessons. All of those are lessons. And, even though we're going to be teaching you to coach, the entire process is what helps you understand your own value.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So don't be one of those people that run through life thinking, and this is the mistake we make as women. We make the mistake of thinking that my past equals the value of my future. And it doesn't.
Mm-mm.
The two don't connect nowhere, no how. My past does not equal the value of my future. In fact, God said all things are working for the good of those that love the Lord. What I found is that my past, thank you, Marnie, for sharing. My past is what's taking care of my future. Had I not been divorced, I wouldn't be where I am now. Had I not grew up in a small town that was very, 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 very racist, I would not be who I am now. Had I not been the child of a single mother, I would not be where I am now. Had I not been a single child, I would not be where I am now. So even those things that you think are working against you, look at Helen Keller. Had she not been blind, she wouldn't be who she is now. Look at Martin Luther King. Had he not been black, he would not be in history who he is now. Look at George Washington Carver. Had he not been black, so the things you think are your plight, or the things you think are your detriment, or the things that you think are here to tear you apart and break you down are really those same bricks that God is going to use to build you up. I remember this story of a woman. They had dug a deep hole and put her in it, and they was trying to bury her alive. And all she had to do was stand up
Mm.
inside of that hole.
Wow.
And
Wow.
every time they threw dirt on her, she stepped on top of it.
Hmm.
And every time they threw more dirt, she stepped on top of it. Well, it wasn't long before she could climb up out that hole. See, when you get dirt thrown on you, just step on top of it.
All
Step
right.
on it. Yes.
Even the word says,
It's, it's
All right.
my enemies, your enemies will be
Your
your
footstool.
footstool.
All right.
So if
Yes.
you ain't got no enemies, who the hell back you gonna climb up on?
Hmm.
So while you over there counting your haters, I'm over here counting my money. There's a difference.
Yeah.
Different.
You don't need to even acknowledge the haters. And this person said, and that person said, girl, I can't even keep up. Because if Wells Fargo didn't say, if JP Morgan Chase didn't say, if SunTrust Bank didn't say,
Yeah.
if Bloomberg didn't say, if Capital One didn't say, if Bank of America didn't say, I wouldn't give a damn.
Okay.
Some of y'all spend all your day on the phone. Stop answering the phone unless it's the bank.
Hmm.
That's
Quit
true.
that foolishness. Because while
Quit
you on
it.
the phone with that me chatter, your money's steady slipping away.
Yeah.
It takes brain power, energy,
Mm.
all of that to hold a bullshit conversation. And I'm gonna
It
be
does.
honest with you, I don't have it. So if it ain't about my business, it ain't about my revenue, it ain't about my kids, my man, and my family, you can miss me with it. You can miss me with it.
Period.
Call somebody else with time.
Yeah.
People like, Coach, you need to get some rest. I said, I'm shit. I slept 40 years. I'm the fuck up now. and you gotta deal with it. I slept through it. Yo, when I look back at all the time, I get jealous of Ebony because if I'd have found me when I was her age, oh shit, I'd be Donald Trump right now, riding around with no mask on, waving at people,
Getting cured of COVID
getting
in 3 days.
hospitals, getting experimental drugs for COVID, holding y'all hostage behind the stimulus. Talking about when y'all elect me, how I sign it. I would be done. I get so jealous, but you can't do nothing before it's time.
Yeah,
You understand what I'm saying? But now
true.
that I'm here, I don't understand how you cannot do.
Mm-mm.
I didn't have nobody. When y'all come to my house, you'll see the piles of books and the bookshelf. Those were my coaches. I didn't have nobody to make that shit plain. I make that shit so plain for y'all that my aunt was visiting from Tennessee and she said, I even knew what you were saying in the class.
Hmm.
You're not going to find anybody to break it all the way down for you.
That's true.
Like most of them coaches try to keep your ass confused.
To keep you coming back.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do that. I'm going to teach the shit out of you because you're going to keep coming back. We keep them coming back. They keep on coming back. What Nick gonna say? You keep
Yeah.
them coming back.
It's
So at
true.
the end of the day, if you're spending your time watching television, if you're spending your time on the phone with your friends, if you're spending your time just running on that hamster wheel, if all your days look alike
Hmm.
Yeah.
and you tired of being where you are, go to www.blackwomenequalpay.com. We got something for you. Quit playing games. Cause y'all know it is October 7th.
Man, this year has flew and it
Yeah.
ain't much time left.
Do y'all know it, even with us being in the house like we've been in the house, it is October 7th.
Wow.
Time
Already.
has flew.
I know.
Let me tell y'all
It
something.
sure has.
You cannot keep waiting on your next level.
Say
You
that.
gotta reach out and grab that shit.
My son say, "Mommy,
That's
time
a
waits
That's
for
quote.
true.
no one."
That's
And
true.
time is the great equalizer. Stop lying on your time. Oh, it's D Moore's birthday
Hey,
today.
happy birthday,
Ah,
Happy
happy birthday, D.
Happy birthday!
Hallelujah. Happy
happy
birthday.
birthday.
Birthday to you.
Yeah.
Happy
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 birthday.
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 No question.
Happy
Who bakes
birthday!
cakes for the cake lady?
Mm.
Wow.
I've been thinking about that
I
for
can
6 months.
do
Like,
it.
I need to get D Morris a cake for her birthday. I know where I'm gonna get the cake from.
What? You got it?
I know where I'm gonna get your cake from, D Morris. Cause baby, if you ain't never had one of D Morris cakes, you ain't living.
I be looking at them
Here, I
pictures.
got me
You ain't
Ooh,
one.
live.
What was it, last month? And my kids tore that up so quick. It was like you wasn't gonna let this last 24 hours. My
They
family
they
was
don't. But
home.
what you need to get slick at, cause them slices do freeze well.
Ooh,
You don't put out the whole cake, baby.
okay,
You get you half, put it in some little Ziploc baggies, slice them individually,
okay.
wrap them in some foil, and write pork chops on the outside, and put them in the freezer. See, you can't just put the Ziploc bags there. You got to do some subterfuge. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
Put them in the Ziploc bags, line them all up, fold them neat and pretty in a pack like that, and then right on there, pork chops. They won't ever touch them.
Never.
They won't ever touch them. All you gotta do is right on that
Baby.
pork chops, baby. You'll have some cake till Christmas. I don't know. See, you used to being in a house full of people. You learn how to hide your stuff.
Go get when you want something.
Yeah. No,
Baby, you
forget.
learn top of the refrigerator ain't good enough. The bottom cabinet, not good enough. You gotta
They
hide
gonna
it in
find that.
plain sight. Yeah, baby. Ain't nobody finna thaw no pork chops out and cook no pork chops.
Show don't cook chicken or nothing. If it
These-
ain't pizza rolls,
They
Yeah.
want pizza roll. They want a pizza, some pizza pockets, uh, uh, luncheons, lunch.
the Lunchables.
Lunchables.
Yeah.
I remember my kids were going to school. My kids say, "Mama, we want some Lunchables." I said, "You mean the meat and the cheese and the crackers?" They said, "Yes, ma'am." I said, "Okay." I got them little section of bowls that I said, "Y'all Lunchables in there." They
No,
went in
you
there.
did.
These ain't no Lunchables. I said, "No, they Munchables, but it's the same meat, cheese and crackers, little cookie for way less money. Some that you gonna pack." And I wrote on there Munchables. But I need to go to school and quit playing with my grocery budget
Look,
because we
okay.
don't get the assistance over here.
Mm.
Look, my kids don't even want my lunches. They say, "Mommy, we just want to buy lunch." I'd be like, "Okay."
Girl, my kids took lunch for so long, and you know the funny thing about it is, and this is a testament to people always want something they don't have. They when they were little, they hated to pack their lunch.
Mm.
They wanted to eat in the cafeteria. We want to eat what everybody else eating. As they got older, girl, they be in there bowing for them leftovers. I'm heating this up in the teacher's lounge. I got some macaroni and cheese, green beans, meatloaf, cornbread. Ooh, mama, you ought to seen how everybody was jocking my lunch today. They send me pictures of where they done got in the leftovers and baby, so things change. Even the kids,
Yeah,
they
Yeah.
they change.
understand.
Hmm. Yeah.
They understand. Yep. D. Morris said saltines, pressed ham, and government cheese. They let them have some spam and they let
Look.
lunch.
Yeah.
But guys, that's a testament. We go above and beyond
Yeah.
for everybody else. It's time for you to go above and
Mhm.
beyond for
Please.
yourself
Yeah.
to ensure your own legacy,
Mm-hmm.
to ensure your own financial security. Man, I just I don't even know what to tell you. But go to www.blackwomenequalpay.com. Go ahead and sign up for your interview. Don't keep allowing circumstance to steal from you. See, we all know circumstance exists. The devil told us clearly, I came to kill,
Kill.
steal, and
Feel
destroy.
and destroy.
He said that. So you gotta be on a bolo for the foolishness. And always, just when you get ready to make a change, just when you get ready to do something different, the devil is gonna be right there trying to make it look like you
Yeah.
can't afford, trying to make it look like this ain't the opportunity for you, trying to make it look a million different ways. And I get so sad because women fall for the banana in the tailpipe. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, what is wrong with you?
Stop it.
You got to start seeing past what the enemy is planning for you and taking advantage of what God already planned.
True.
I just know that with God with me, it can't be many against me.
Right.
And
True.
I have to ride
True.
on my favor and ride on my grace and keep going to what He wants for me. So as you move forward today, just remember great, 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 great. He created you for greatness.
Yeah.
As that song said, great is His mercy for me. That used to be my jam right there. So you got to remember that greatness is your lot in life. He didn't create you to live like you're living. He didn't create you to work a job. As a matter of fact, when they tell the story about coming out of Pharaoh's rule and going in the desert and how he delivered food and water every day. But when they got to the promised land, he quit doing that. Because in the promised land, you can go and get your own bread and water.
Yeah.
Everybody has the capacity to earn, if they wish, millions of dollars. If you just want to earn enough to be comfortable, you can. It's up. There's no right or wrong when it comes to how much money you want to earn. The only thing right and the only thing wrong is, are you willing to believe? Are you willing to believe in what God gave you and take it out into the world and turn it into revenue? That's it. That's it. That's all.
Yeah, because I kind of look at it like you spend all those years working for somebody else, putting all that time, all that energy into that. And what have you got when you get through? When you retire, what do you have? You have a
Because that's
little bit
not
of
your
change.
farm.
Yeah.
Right.
See, I'm reading this book called The Wealthy Gardener. And in that book, he says that we're all given farmland, same amount when we're born. Because guess what? He is no respecter person. So what that
Mm-hmm.
means is what he gives me in raw materials, he gives you, Ola, in raw materials.
Yeah.
Ebony, he gives you the same raw materials. Now we can choose how we want to build our kingdom on earth.
True.
Now, we can either leave our raw materials sitting there and go build for somebody else, or we can use our raw materials and build for ourselves. Now, in the Wealthy Gardener, he talks about we all have the same plot of land. You will reap in accordance to how much of your land you have planted. The majority of people only have about a third of their land planted
It's true.
because they're scared to plant anymore. So
Hmm.
you're making $100,000 a year when you have $100 million a year potential. Some people plant 2/3 of their land. So they're making $1 million a year when they have $100 million potential. Some people plant all their land. If I know I have multi-million-dollar a year potential, I'm not gonna stop until I get it.
Not gonna stop.
And this is what y'all fail to realize. A lot of people
That's
say, well, coach, I invest so much money in my business and I really want to hit them in their mouth. And let me tell you, I spent $189,000 last year just on freaking payroll.
Hmm.
It takes that.
Yeah.
You want to make $1 million, you're going to spend between 10 and 20% to get it made. You're going to need people. You're going to need technology. You're going to need marketing. You're going to need an advertising budget. You're going to need some stuff that you have to pay for.
Yeah.
Almost every dollar I get, I put it back into my business. Why you think Jeff Bezos don't pay no personal income tax?
Hmm.
Because he's not spending that money. He putting that money right back into his business. So if you really think you spending some money on your business, come crack open my books. But I know when it's time for that final payout,
Hmm.
you understand what I'm saying? My
Yeah.
payout is going to be commensurate with what I've invested all these years in my business. And you can't stop me. When they get finished building this digital store with thousands of products, baby, I can let the digital store go for $39 a month and have thousands of people signed up in their store and not have to do anything. And they still getting the best coaching on the planet.
True.
I can let my mentorship level go for $99. Do you know I have 5 years, going on 6 years, worth of the best bomb ass mentorship coaching? Think about y'all mentorship lessons since y'all been there.
Yeah.
Now think about 5 years of that.
Hmm.
Look, I'm in it, and I'm like, shoot, sign me up for that too.
Think about 5 years. I'm just gonna blow your mind every time you press play.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Who wouldn't get signed up for that?
That's true.
So you gotta do the work in order to reap the reward. There's no way around it. You over there praying, oh Lord, please expand my territory, please. It's me. It's me, oh Lord. Standing in the need of prayer. It's me, Lord, your good and faithful servant. Lord, please make my check bigger, Lord. No, no. This man told you faith without works.
It's dead.
He
It's
told
dead.
you this. So if you spend as much time on your feet working as you spend on your knees praying, if you equal the two out, you're gonna see some things change. If you always on your knees till your knees is scabbed up, he done put you on he done blocked your prayers. Talking about you pray for the same thing every day. I'm just gonna put on block. When you get blocked by the Lord, until you get up and do something,
Mm-hmm. You gotta do
until you
something.
say, let me register for this class because I don't know. I don't know how to make money with my own two hands.
Yeah.
I don't know how to build a community. I don't know how to create my own credibility. I don't know how to get started. I don't know how to create multiple streams of income. I don't know. All I know, because all I knew when I started this was how to go work for somebody else.
Yeah.
Right.
Learning to work for yourself is a lesson that if somebody doesn't teach you, your knee jerk every time you need some money is going to be to go get a job.
Yeah.
And a job will never get you the way you're going. I'm just letting y'all know, girl.
It's true.
Just letting y'all know this morning, on this morning, this good Wednesday morning. So I want to thank my guest, Ola Mullins, this morning.
Thank you.
I want to thank Ebony of the Wig Coach Siegler this morning. And I want to thank Kayshawn Brooks this morning for bringing wonderful company. And we're going to get out of here. But guys, if you haven't already gone to www.blackwomenequalpay.com, sign up for your certification, get your seat. I don't know what you're waiting for. You know, you can't get on this journey until you get started. So we love you and we will see you